Well. It's a beautiful day outside, Rios. The sun is shining,
Yeah.
the birds are singing, and Hahari is still a pedophile.
Yes, Hahari. This was a chapter where Hahari had the opportunity to beat the allegations once and for all.
She didn't!
Unfortunately, she made love, not war.
Yeah, she's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
She would be like a hippie in that era. Like, but like the reason that I gotta go fucking shut up, Richmond. the microsecond we start filming, he's like, hey, read the Spanish version. There's a tit in it. Yeah, I know. Have you heard about this, Rios?
I have not.
Apparently, the Spanish version, they fucking added like a nippy to Hahari's chest.
Boy, the Spanish redrawers are. They sound like there's something else. No, I'm not complaining.
Oh God,
condemning them.
I'm too boomer for this. There we go. I always forget how to, and then I'll forget. The last time I went on Do Not Disturb, Richmond was like, "You forgot to go back off." Like 2 days later, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn."
I had to go back to please disturb or whatever. Do disturb.
Well, anyway, that distraction aside, you see what this series does to me? It makes me say the word pedophile in the first 30 seconds of our video. Okay?
Yes.
When we get advertisements, it's not gonna go well. Oh, it's a Hahari chapter, not making money on this one.
I mean, let's be real. Like a third of these girls have some quirk or fetish that would make the first 30 seconds. Well, honestly, the first 30 minutes of any chapter featuring them not safe for monetization.
It's just fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, let them live their lives. Let them live their lives in a monetizable way. YouTube. Where to even start, Rios? I mean, where do you want to start?
I guess the first panel. I mean, I love how even the narrator. I love when even the narrator is like, oh, well, what the fuck is going on? Like, I see the ... question mark there. Like, don't think I don't see you, narrator, being like, let's be above board, ladies, please.
I think it's important to mention that this was so below board, so illegal, so sussy-wussy, so Epstein-coded of her, that she decided to have a temporary, hastily constructed, definitely not meeting OSHA standards building. I guess OSHA wouldn't be for, like, residential homes, right? I don't know. What would that be?
Residential.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the O is occupational. So
I see.
So it'd be like
Rosha?
It'd be like
Rosha Raggy?
Yeah.
Rosha?
Like Yes.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, so, like, that's step one already. Like, I'm like, okay, whatever Hahari's doing here, she felt the need to invite them into a house in the middle of the forest. You know, this couldn't be done at her mansion, apparently.
Like a fairy tale Hans and Gretel type.
Yeah, the surprise is that Meru, we didn't get a Meru, like, I followed breadcrumbs here. What else was I gonna say? I mean, like, why couldn't this be done at her mansion? I guess I've tried to think of a reason other than she knows what she's doing is wrong and it can't be near society.
I mean, she claimed to have built it to be safe and like,
a perfect safe room for the babies.
Mind. Yeah. But I mean, it turned out that was a fucking lie. But
she really is like prime capitalist. Like she built this hastily constructed. And by the way, I'm just now noticing on reread here that there's foreshadowing to the building collapsing in the first page. You see it, right?
Oh my god, yes, yep.
It's already so like here I thought I was giving Hahari a little bit of the benefit of the doubt on the building. I was like, okay, well maybe it was, to be honest with you, my interpretation was that Rentero's scream of love and proposal was so strong that was what weakened the foundation of the building. His baby screech of like, marry me. I thought it was just Rentero power. Well, no, I think that was the hey. Oh yeah, please go continue.
Oh yeah, I'm saying like it could be that the building was so weak that Rentaro's superhuman, love confession as like an 8-month-old was enough to break it down.
Yeah, no, that was definitely the straw that broke the camel's back. The huff puff, I'll blow your house down of the whole situation. But like, I mean, it's already just by existing, it's
it was limited. It was limited days or whatever. It was on borrowed time.
She's like, I'm only gonna need this for one day anyway. Now, and I really do like that we have the Saw situation. And again, so there's only so many references we could fit into one page here. But again, it's very surprised that it would have been nice to see Rin be like, oh, I watched a movie that started like this once.
Oh my god, yes.
But
he'd love the Saw franchise.
God, that's why one of my gifts to her was the whole collection, bro. She's hours of entertainment and schlicking, no doubt. But I just like how I really do, something I do enjoy about her dialogue in the beginning here is how self-aware she is, where she's like, all right, guys, listen. And it really does feel like she's just succumbed to her monkey brain desire. The id is taken over, and she's fully aware of that. She's like, guys, listen, I have to do this. Like,
like, never let it be said that Hahari is not living her best life. You know, the vice principal can only hope to have it so good as Hahari is like.
Bro,
she gets to be a complete degenerate, and the whole cast is like, well, I mean, I guess it's just Hahari. Whereas when the vice principal does it, they're like, well, we'll fight her with a whale and Poseidon cosplay and everything.
You know what's crazy about that? It really is just because she's ugly. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, like
probably.
that's kind of. I mean, it's the same thing. Rios, have I gone over the famous Sanji drama? I mean, there's a trillion Sanji dramas, but have I told you one of my favorite pieces of Sanji drama?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So this happened when Thurman and I should really introduce you to Thurman sometime. When Thurman and I were reviewing One Piece back in the day, you know, Whole Cake Island arc. We're talking like 2016 OG, you know, one of Sanji's main character things is like, I don't attack women. He's like chivalrous down to the bone. There's a whole fucking arc where like he has a fight against a woman at the end of it, and like she's literally like kicking his face, and like he's on the floor bleeding and he's gonna die, and he's like, I won't do it, I won't fight back, you know. He's like, it's to a stupid degree, but that's like his character. And then like Nami comes and saves him, and she's like, you're fucking stupid, but like, you know what, it's your thing, and like it's kind of honorable, I guess, but it's fucking stupid. And so anyway, that all happens, and then have you seen Big Mom from One Piece?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know what Big Mom looks like, right? Big fat old lady in a muumuu. There is a moment. Oh, please.
Wait, I can imagine where this is heading, but yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and there's arguments against this. There's arguments that it could be seen as a defensive kick. But there's a moment where he, along with, I think it's Luffy, kicks Big Mom. Luffy's like punching him, Sanji's kicking her. And like it just kind of goes. And like, you know, some people say, oh no, you know, it was he was trying to, you know, protect the people behind him from getting hit with the full force of that attack. It was a defensive kick. And I'm just like, he's never done that to a woman ever.
Yeah.
So basically my running gag in our One Piece reviews, we're constantly like, it's because she's ugly. Like, Sanji does. It's only if they're attractive that Sanji would attack women.
Well, I mean, yeah, for people who have that kind of principle, I mean, you know, it's not totally out of the question that they might be like, you know, the definition of a woman means she has to be beautiful. But
the definition of a woman is if I look at her and go awooga.
Yeah.
But in a way, that's
hard.
I was gonna say that's also progressive, because that if there's a really beautiful man, that's a woman.
I mean, I guess.
Well, anyway, all that to be said. How did I come to this again? I was talking about Hahari. And... Oh, yes, the vice principal.
The vice principal is ugly.
I mean, you know, and I shouldn't say that objectively. I'm sure someone's out there for her, you know?
Yes.
But Hahari, yeah, I mean, like, I will say the vice principal is probably a little worse than Hahari if we're scaling crimes here. I mean,
yeah, I mean, so far, I think the only person Hahari is tongued is her own daughter, which is, I mean, maybe that's not better, but, you know, it's different. Like, yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Should we go right to that, or should we go in order? I mean, how do you want to structure this?
I mean, I think it'll be fine if we jump.
Okay. We're jumping. So here's the first question to ask, because this is me attempting to give Hahari as much of leeway as possible, just because I'm a merciful judge. Okay, I could never be a judge, because you know, if I'd be like, oh, you're so likable though. You're free to go. But okay, so when she's like, oh, my daughter is free game, which is holy, like, fucking crazy. I gotta find what page this fucking is. Help me out.
On page 6.
Thank you, sir. You're an honor and a scholar. Wow, 6 pages in. They really did not wait.
Yeah. He said at the beginning of this chapter, like, I will not cross any lines with you. And it's like, once again, well, that was a fucking lie.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I actually did want to talk about that line a little bit more, because like to me, you know how I've talked about this in every tier list we've ever done. I love self-aware characters. You remember you've heard me talk about this a
Yeah.
lot. The self-awareness is like the game changer for me. So the fact that she comes on and she's like, "Guys, I just need this. It's been a stressful week for Hahari. I need this." And you're not getting a choice, but like I understand that you guys are a little weirded out when you turn into a baby and then you come back into consciousness and I tell you that you were sucking on my titties and you're like, "Oh, that makes me feel violated, my boundaries." And I get it. I understand. All I'm going to do is babysit you. We're going to play dollhouse. It's going to be so wholesome. The fact that she's like,
what's that Fairly Odd Parents quote? Like, I respect your autonomy, or like,
I think it's like, oh god, because it's like, as your I'm respecting your boundaries by knocking, but as your parent, I'm asserting my authority and entering anyway.
yes. Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's a great quote.
Basically hard in this chapter.
Well, yeah, she's gaslit herself into believing herself to be the actual biological parent of all these girls, essentially.
I guess is that self-awareness or or not?
I don't know. I mean, I guess just like before we move on to the tonguing, I just like what do you take from the fact that she's able to come on to that screen and be like, "I promise, guys, I won't cross any lines." Like, because to me, it's like that is almost development. Like, there's a level of like awareness there, and she tried to hold herself to some kind of imaginary line where she's like, "Okay, only my daughter. I'm tonguing," you know. Oh, and then also Rentaro, of course, because you know we're fiance. You know what I mean? We're engaged.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I don't think we've heard any of the girlfriends refer to them as that, at least since the wedding arc.
Yeah, technically they all are, other than like there's maybe a handful of new ones that haven't been officially proposed to yet. I know there was like the initial chapter, and then the one where he like caught up a couple of the girls.
Yeah, they were like, stare, you know, like when you gonna propose to us, huh?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, imagine being like the three newest girls and hearing like, yeah, so we're all like actually engaged, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we had a whole big 3-chapter arc about it. It's like,
It's like, well, hey, I mean, you've known him for like 2 weeks, man. Like we've known him for like 2 more weeks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it really must suck to be the girlfriend who came right after that happened. Like,
yeah, they missed out on the marriage, the turning into marriage creatures and dancing around in happiness.
Yeah, I Siri got the experience from that, but
that's
anyway.
true.
Anyway, yeah, about my thoughts on Hahari's "I want to play a game" intro. I mean, like you said, it does. I mean, I guess the best reading is that she's had a stressful week, and you're like, just let me have this, you know, please, and I'll give you like $1 million afterwards. And then Momoha's like, "$1 million."
She did
give
Momoha, but I'm assuming Momoha wakes up with Momoha probably wakes up with a couple hundies in her pocket. And given the employer-employee relationship that those two objectively have, that's like a bonus essentially. She just got a work bonus.
Yeah, I just have to do some, you know, I have to indulge my boss's fetish on the weekends, and you know, I get a little,
you know what, I'm down.
Stipend, whatever.
If I don't,
I mean, we're marrying the same man, so we're basically sisters-in-law, so it's kind of like
that's true. But yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting the dynamic between these people are so crazy because like you know they're gonna wake up from this and be like, "Oh, you." And it's like, because they all have things. Obviously, Hahari's are like on an extra level, but you know, no one gets mad at. Let me think of an example. I don't know, Natty for being cringe and American. No one gets mad at Uto for playing terrible Ocarina, and no one gets mad at Hahari for being a wee bit of a pedophile. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a quirk that she has.
Oh Lord, again, the allegations are not being beaten; they are being embraced wholly and fully. They're being turned into babies, so they can be tongue kissed and breastfed. But
just a couple of them.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the interesting part, right? And like this was established to us in the hair apocalypse arc, right? The two sides of Hahari when Kurumi is about to get killed. Like, what's the anime where the girl trips down the stairs and gets fucking umbrellaed? Yeah, Kurumi's about to get umbrellaed to the eye, and then like she gets like gently caressed and like let down, and then looted, right? I mean, that's the two sides to Hahari.
I guess she has that to you know, save her reputation.
Yeah, because we see it in this
something
chapter. I mean, like a
like,
good 70% of this chapter is just genuine, wholesome, like, I'm going to play little games with them. I'm playing house with the babies. And she's doing the cute mom thing where she's, like, buying from their little fake stall that they have. I mean, that's, like, cute. You know, if it was just that, it'd be great. But she's a 100 Girlfriends character, so she has to take it to another level.
a fucked up level.
Yeah. Also, this fit goes hard though. I mean, on page.
Yes, I was just about to say like I was like, Jesus Christ! I mean, this woman is always hot, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Did you see our one male activated neuron that we share between each other activate at the same time?
Yeah, it was, you know, it's not one male neuron. It's like all the male neurons like
In
it's like a light show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to miss anything here. She also got custom made little baby. Oh, dude, hold on, wait. I know what I need to talk about. The onesie.
Oh,
The onesie. Do you understand what I mean?
one.
It's a pun I'm making.
Well, yeah, I recognize a pun. You're talking about like Nemu.
I'm talking about Sue's onesie with a 1 on it.
Oh my God! How did I miss that?
So,
I saw her do the fucking calculator shit. But
No, go back up to when she first dresses them. When she's like, page. Where is it? Please. Okay, well, it's just not giving me the page. It's like the second page. Third.
Because her hands, Hari's hands, like right in the way. Like,
Yeah, no, I understand. You're too busy looking at her immaculately painted nails.
Yeah, but yes, she is number one. But yeah,
The onesie. Do you understand the pun though? The genius of the pun that I'm making. I'm shocked that there wasn't. It's a onesie. Also, obligatory.
it'd only
What?
be better it'd only be better if instead of a 1, it'd have been a Z. But since this is 2, it has to be the numeral. It can't be a letter.
Of course, yes. I
You have
assume
no idea what the fuck those letters are. The letter things, never heard of them. Get them out of here.
that's so cute though. I did like that a lot. What else should Baby Rentaro was amazing to see. I mean, like from chapter.
You did predict. I'm pretty sure you did predict last chapter review that we get Baby Rentaro, and
He had to be involved in some way. I didn't predict that it was going to be the whole cast
Yes.
being babied and Epstein Island shenanigans, but yeah.
Diddy Island shenanigans.
how many bottles of baby oil? How many bottles?
Too many.
Okay, so I'm just scrolling through pages here. We have a
we get.
Oh, go please.
We get drug fucking Kusari on page 10, and Hahari is the biggest fucking enabler. He's like, just put drugs in there. I mean, luckily it's just an empty bottle with a icon of a drug on it. But I mean, you would totally let this baby Kusari just go on, like, get all of the medicine in the Tylenol bottle or whatever, and be.
I think baby Kusari would be one to dig under the sink and get the fucking like bleach and try to. I'm gonna make mustard gas.
Yeah, she gets through those child protection control things like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm. All you got to do is squeeze a little hard, girl. Those grip strength, those grippers are going hard on Kusari. I love the way that they portray Mai's fuck upness with her like dropping the whole salt, because I can see her doing that with like a real thing, a dish that they're making. That's just so cute.
Yeah, and she's like, whatever, a little extra salt just makes it taste better.
And that's the side that you get of Hahari actually being a very cute mom, like a very sweet mom. It's just she's got this bug in her brain.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Hahari was he didn't have to want for anything other than probably some space, but other than that, yes, she probably had a pretty great childhood. Well, no, actually,
no.
From the back, from the back, what the fuck are they called? Backstory, yeah. From the backstory flashbacks we got, her mom was actually very stern before she had her brain melted by falling in love with Rentaro. But
yeah, no, I think to my read on that has always been that like giving her that childhood friend lover dying, and then the experience of like doing the. What is it again? What's the acronym for the
in vitro fertilization?
Yeah, I used to know the actual acronym because like Republicans made it illegal,
IVT,
and then Trump was like, "Don't make it illegal." Actually, yeah, I don't know something. Anyway, that
like
happens.
IVT, right?
I think so. I genuinely can't remember, but that happens. That's I think.
Yeah, but
you're really stuck on this.
Yeah, sorry.
I have to know the acronym. Yeah. So no, please. I actually I appreciate your need to get to the bottom of things. It's good
Just
trade.
because I looked it up and then when I saw it visually, I was like, wait a minute, it can't be IVT because it's in vitro fertilization.
I think it is
so I was
IVF.
like, yeah.
That sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that was like the story of the day, like a year ago, when like. I don't know, like some state made it illegal or something. I don't know, because they considered it abortion. I don't know. Anyway, point being, that happens. My read on Hahari is that happens, and then like she gives birth to Hahari, and then whatever happens with her parents happens, and then she kind of realizes like, oh man, I really fucked up, and I think for a while she like suppressed. I think for a while she looked at that side of her, the side of her that like brought her to make that choice. And was ashamed of it. I think for a while she experienced healthy shame and was like, that was a terrible decision. I'm going to not be that. And then she overcorrected to being like a stern, emotionless bitch for a while. And then I think basically the Rentaro love zing and then joining the polycule just completely flip-flopped her back. I've made the comparison before. I had like a moment of my life where I was super scared about the afterlife and hell and dying, so I like dove real deep into being like a uber Christian, and that like for 2 years of my life I like wouldn't swear, I wouldn't jerk off, I wouldn't watch anime because it might be sinful, you know, and I basically just I bottled that up. I bottled up everything until it finally burst, and I said, this is fucking stupid. And then so now I swear a lot and I watch the most fucked up shit. That's kind of how I read Hahari, is that she like bottled in the nasty parts of herself but also like the freest parts of herself, until finally she got the green light from both her daughter and this child husband that she's gonna get, to be like, no, it's fine, we won't judge you. And she's like, oh, you won't judge me, will you? Yes.
Yes, as I always say, Kishiga, take notes, because if you don't, if you don't integrate your I don't know, your baby self into your personality, you're gonna end up like that, Kishiga.
Yeah, it's true. Oh,
yeah.
The therapy arc will go so hard when we get it, when we inevitably get it.
When we get the therapist girlfriend, shit's gonna be crazy. Like
that needs to be a whole volume. Do not be fucking nano serious chaptering that one. Okay, I need a whole volume of therapy. Like each chapter we can run through like 5 girls.
And that would be nice. I love the therapy arc. Where all these girls were like, they try to get therapy, and the therapist is like, fuck, I can't, I am not paid or qualified enough to help you. Like, may God have mercy on your soul, please leave, never return.
Why did we go to the Christian therapist? It's faith-based healing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as the #1 Rin fan, how are you feeling about Rin chopping up the Barbie? It's very, very lots of cute shots of baby Rin here.
I mean, cute though. I did. I mean, when I wanted to see, the classic, the Rin face, I guess, where she basically orgasms. But I guess she's too young for that.
I feel like you could do that without it being orgasmy. It could just be lean more evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, she had that face as a baby. Like, it's not like that wouldn't be out of character or beyond the pale, like whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm appreciating the murder baby. Babies are always trying to kill themselves normally, but to see babies trying to kill something else, that's interesting.
Yes. I love this effect that they do. They do it very often. And I also it must be so easy. I mean, it is. I know how this effect. I could do this effect. It's so easy. You just take the image, make another layer of it, and then move it slightly to the left. It's so, and then like make the opacity of one of them low, right? I mean, like this is like
when they're outlined all fucked up.
This
love it.
Effect was like my bread and butter for like the 5 AMVs I made. I would use this to simulate like glitching or stuttering, basically. Oh, and it works. It's so simple and it works so well. I love it. But it's also funny.
It's a really great visual representation of that feeling, because I've definitely felt my corporeal outline vibrating or whatever during particularly emotional events or whatever. But yeah.
Damn, dude. You ever get so close with the guy that he starts talking to you about his corporeal outline? That is special stuff, man.
Yeah, vibrating.
God, dude. Rios, when I'm with you, my corporeal outline starts vibrating. All right, I'm done. Continue.
Yeah. Remember, we get Hari just flashing. Well, I guess not. Well, she's flashing the viewer, but she's giving the babies. The mother of all, literally the mother of all boobies. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, Hahari. Like,
Are you
like,
talking? Are you
I
talking
guess
about page 12?
yeah, page 12.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I guess that's normal, but it's forced to happen at this point. And then the same shit happened again at the end of the chapter. I was like, sorry, please.
So like she definitely doesn't actually lactate, right? Like can we get to the bottom of this? She's not actually out here lactating, I assume.
I mean, she might be. I mean, knowing her, she might be like, I'm gonna get induced lactation just so I can have more.
Well, there could easily be
closer.
a Kusari drug, right?
Yes, that too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like Kusari, give me a drug, tell me lactate, and he's just like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever. And speaking of that, that's a good call to go to the top of the chapter here. An actual really funny Kusari joke where she's like, as it's falling, she's like, oh, this reminds me when Hahari asked me to bitch up. Wow, asked me to whip up a mega batch of my become a baby drug. It's perfect. It's like, oh yeah.
Like, they need to tell Kusari, like, if Hahari ever tells you to like whip up a batch of any sort of drug, please notify the rest of us. Like,
this needs to be like, yeah, we need to have like a group like signal chat that we don't leak to a journalist, but if you leak that signal chat to a journalist, the whole polycule's going down.
That journalist girlfriend, like, don't, or not girlfriend, that journalist girl
character,
yeah, from way back when.
Bring her back.
That'd be hilarious.
No, for real. That would be a great reference. Bro, Nakamura should directly make fun of the Trump administration by having a chapter where they have like a
hockey.
Literally, they should have a polycule signal chat where they all discuss various plans, but it's like, and then somehow it gets leaked to someone adds the journalist on accident. And this could all lead up to him zinging with the journalist. I don't know if he's ever looked at her. We'd have to do some retconning or checking to see. We have to go back to the chapters and like check eye lines. Like which way is he looking here?
I think people are talking. I think I remember people saying that, hey, this is a girlfriend candidate. Like they're a fucking sacrifice from Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, yeah, Mustang is like he is a candidate for sacrifice.
Fuck yes. Wowza. Okay, I think it's important because, Karane is just the best girl. We need to talk about the Karane moment. Oh my god. Karane is quickly becoming like one of my favorites. Like she's like rising above my old favorite. It's crazy. And I feel like such a basic bitch having Karane as a favorite.
I mean, she's like the like this word for it. But yeah, she started out, like just, very she started very perhaps for some people mid-level, but she's been steadily growing. She stayed the course, just making steady improvement, in the best girl direction.
And she's
now after like 5 years, she's after 5 years now she's become many people's the best girls. Even like you said, you weren't at the beginning. You weren't a Karane gal, or a Karane guy, but.
No, I hate
now.
Listen,
now you are.
I am. Yeah. I will take the gal title with honor. So fucking yeah. I mean, like this reminded me because it's fresh on my mind. I just watched it in the anime, the Tsundere Lost arc, where she's kind of watching Mei. Who was Mei knitting with again in that? Do you remember?
Shizuka, perhaps.
That sounds right. But she's watching them, do this like really girlish, dainty, feminine, stereotyped hobby. And she's just like, fuck, like I would love to sit over there and learn, but like I don't know, it's not matching my vibe. I mean, it's the same exact feeling as like me seeing like a kind of femme presenting outfit and like wanting to wear it, but I'm like this big chunky guy, and it's like fuck. So like I get that, Karane, and this is so cute because she's a little bit less able to, what's the word I'm looking for here? She's a little bit less on the defensive, given that she's a baby, you're right. So like she's got the initial like, no, I don't want to be over there. But all it takes is she plops her down, and then she instantly is like, okay. It's like she's clearly really happy, and it's like, oh my god, it's just so sweet.
And I also noticed Meme didn't pull her
Yes,
substitution jutsu, but she did do that when she was a baby before. But
I know.
now she's become more comfortable in her own skin.
She seems so confident in this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I mean, I'm just gonna chalk that up to character development, right? I mean, she has been working in the background with Rentaro to be able to get closer and closer to him. The first date they had in her room, they had to sit like across the room, if I remember correctly, and now they're able to be next to each other. The last, I mean, her fucking titties exploded out, and she didn't substitution. You know what I mean? So like, we're getting places with Meme.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, like I've said, they're all growing.
Except for Hahari. Well, you know what? Even Hahari had that disclaimer.
She was willing to give them notice, to give them warning, and that's right now. That's the best we can expect from her.
The ability to admit the problem is the first step.
Yeah, she didn't surprise them with it. Well, I mean, I guess
she did.
She kind of did by inviting them under suspicious circumstances to a fucking basically a gingerbread house, especially in terms of its durability. and then throwing this on them. But
you had mentioned something earlier. Oh, please continue. Sorry.
I mean, I guess if they didn't want to, they probably could have escaped. I mean, one of them. I'm sure one of them.
That is
so
such cope.
Skill.
That's her defense in court. Like, Your Honor, if they really didn't want to, they had at least 3 seconds before the vial broke to start running, and I didn't see any running. Okay?
True. I mean, yes. Yeah, they did seem pretty. Yeah, they did seem pretty surprised, but yeah.
No, I mean they seem the way they always seem with her, where it's like, oh, okay, this again. You know what I mean? Like they know that the thing with this is they know they'll be safe. They don't know if they'll be violated, but they do know that they'll be physically safe and cared for. That's where they're at. But see, like. You mentioned earlier, like Kusari, if you ever make a drug for her, you need to this needs to be public knowledge. You need to tell the whole group, and we need to sign democracy. We need to vote on if this is a thing you should give to her. And I want to concur and second that notion, given the fact that she literally almost ended the world with one of Kusari's drugs. Kusari and Hahari should be kept apart unless in public. They need to be surrounded by people.
They're like elemental sodium and water, they fucking explode.
There's too much power. It reminds me of in the current arc of Hunter x Hunter. There's a sociopath learning Nen, the fourth prince. For those who know what I'm talking about. Yeah. No, please go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I was like fucking Kimberly from. For anyone who's wondering what all the Fullmetal Alchemist references I've been going on.
You rewatching?
FMA, I've been doing FMA kick. Seeing a lot of reactions, watching analysis videos, I think Totally Not Mark has a really good.
Yes, didn't he review
long.
the whole series or something?
Yeah,
I love his stuff. I liked his One Piece read-throughs as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a guy in the current arc of Hunter x Hunter who's a sociopath. His introduction chapter is him luring women up to his room to murder them and then taxidermize them. And then he has statues of him murder. Oh yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, some classic Kill Bill type shit. Right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that the right reference?
Yeah, maybe. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I just remember
there's some serial killer who kills women and wears their skin. It's kind of
Buffalo
similar.
Bill.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill. Yeah,
Hannibal Lecter shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, I think not Hannibal. In the movie Hannibal Lecter, there's a character.
Buffalo.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I saying? So that guy, the thing about Nen is that it's powered by your desire essentially, right? So the more the more emotionally strong your desire for. That's why Hisoka is so powerful, because he basically he considers fighting
for children.
See, I know you're memeing because we've had the discussions about it. Yeah, Hisoka, is he sussy? Yes. Is it a massive oversimplification to just call him a pedophile? Also yes, right? Who's more of a pedophile? Hahari, by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
But no. And if you want my thoughts on Hisoka, I can link you to an 8-minute video that I made back in 2015 that somehow has almost 1 million views.
Damn. And once again, Red his minor celebrity status, it's like eating Infinity Stones. If we can get them all together, you'd be a fucking force to be reckoned with.
It is, yeah. Do we have enough for the Infinity Stones? Like Club Penguin, Chainsaw Man reviews, the random Hisoka video I made, the
Bleach.
My mask in the background of Tekking's videos, and also being like mentioned by him by name a lot in his early videos. That's like 5. How many Infinity Stones are there?
5, I think.
Oh, yeah, one for each Nucky. There we go. All right. Point being, where was I going with this? Or help me out.
Talking about the sociopath from.
Yeah.
Sociopathic. Oh wait, actually, you also mentioned your Hisoka.
Oh yes, go to the Hisoka video because like I kind of go into it like
analysis here.
It really is just it's so frustrating for people to constantly like listen, and it's so hard. How do you try to start having like media literacy without people being like, "Oh, what are you doing, defending a pedophile? Fuck you! It's a fictional character." Listen,
I just unquestionably repeated the crowd's opinion. Damn.
You did. You were a sheep there. Basically, I'm gonna try to TLDR it as hard as possible. Hisoka is kind of like Kenpachi in Bleach. He gets, but more sexual. Hisoka gets sexually aroused by fighting strong opponents. So the reason you can dispel the pedophile notion is that he has the exact same like orgasm reaction when he's fighting an old man, a guy in his 20s, and like the thought of an ant. You know what I mean? The chimera ants.
That's hilarious to someone who doesn't know about the ants.
Yeah, he missed out on the ants. That's a funny. Hisoka doesn't show up at all in the Chimera Ant arc, and then like the following arc, there's a guy who's like, "Hey man, I was given like how much you love to fight strong people. I'm really surprised you didn't like go over there. Like that was a fucking buffet of strong fights." And he's like, "I never heard of it." And he's like, "Do you not watch the news?" And he's like, "Not really." Point being,
based uninformed Hisoka, I guess.
Yeah, he's in his own bubble. He's living his life. But no, I mean, he literally has like his whole life is just chasing one orgasmic high to another, and like we see like his inner thoughts, and he's got like a list of people he wants to fight. What he specifically enjoys is kind of, how do I use this word without it sounding bad? Grooming them, but not to fuck them, but to fight them, right? So what he'll do is he'll find someone who like, oh shit, you're gonna have like crazy potential. Like I can tell in like 10, 20 years, you're gonna be fucking stupid powerful. So he'll like kind of protect them and like make them as powerful as he can to then crush them. There's a metaphor. One of his first introductions, we see him sitting there building a tower of cards, and he gets all the way to the top, and he's about to put the last card on, and then he crushes it, and he's coming in his pants while he's doing that. It's a metaphor for what he does, right? He likes to build them up and then be the one to crush them.
All right. I guess the deep psychological depths of Hisoka very interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's a fun character.
It's good to know. Yeah, it's good to know that is there. I know about the author. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know enough about the author to know that he wouldn't just actually be like, yeah, he's a pedophile.
That'd be such a boring character if that's all he was. Like, yeah, he's just a crazy clown pedophile. He's actually
a power file.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And the only thing that makes him a pedophile in any sense is that he does not what's
discriminate.
The word? Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, so like he like episode 16, we see it like Netero, like the oldest guy in the series. He's like 130, and he stays like he's still alive because of how good his nen is. Like he uses his nen to stay semi young. He looks like he's 70, but he's like 130, and like he does the same damn orgasm face to him. He's like, I really would like to fight you right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, and the people will just ignore that and be like, nah, dude's just like kids. What are you talking about? Anyway. Yeah, so that's all. Is he bad? Should he go to jail still? Absolutely. But like, let's let's have media literacy and read into what his actual motivations are. Thank you for that TED Talk. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. God.
Of course. Yep.
Thank God. I know that our fandom will be understanding. But if this was any other fucking fandom, they'd be like, oh, Red's kind of like defending a pedophile right now.
Yeah.
One time I made.
Like you said.
Oh, please go ahead.
Oh yeah, like you said, media literacy is
all-time low.
Hard to find. One
time I made a TikTok and it made me so sad. It was literally like it was supposed to be it was like some trend about like characters you liked, right? So I was, I really like Killua. He's like one of my favorite characters of all time. And like 25% of the comments was like, man, I think you like Killua a little too much. Like it's kind of fucking weird. I'm like, what are you talking about? People are just desperate to like look for shit like that, man. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's my rant. Now back to someone who actually is one. Hahari.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any analysis video that's gonna save. Yeah, it's gonna save her from the allegations.
Well, I've given my analysis on Hahari, my objectively 100% correct analysis. It's you know, I mean,
it's just that she's still a pedophile. That's just the reason that she is a pedophile.
Yeah. I mean, she created. What's the word? She was created into that, basically. Like, she was turned into that by circumstance. It is pretty sad, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, no one is. I highly doubt that anyone is born a pedophile. Like, the neurons have been formed in just the way, you know. Like, I think it's a lot of it is probably more on the nurture side, I would assume.
Yeah, probably, presumably. I mean, I don't think, like you said, I don't think there's any pedophile gene or circuit in the brain. It's like, you know, it's flipped when you're in vitro or in the womb or whatever. But
if you see, you see the pedophile gene here on your average Republican, it's very prominent.
Okay, now that one is that's a bit more of a 1-to-1 correlation. You know.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, I'm so sorry about that random tangent.
Speaking about things not related to pedophilia, I guess. It's really interesting how Matsuri and Saki have apparently developed this little relationship. Like, this is like the third or fourth time they've been explicitly together. I'm like, oh, I guess this is one of the newest girlfriend relationships. You know.
Yeah, I thought of.
I don't know. There's not much. Yeah.
Oh, please
I don't have much to say other than just I think this is probably where we can say by now that there is something going on here, and they're gonna be tsundere ass to each other.
Ooh, yeah. Well, so we saw this kind of begin, if I remember correctly, in that weird like spa they went to. There was like, I can't remember. If it was
the serious group spa.
Yeah, there was like the weird foot massage thing they were walking over, right, with Yaku.
The torture device. Yes.
I titled that review "It's the Foot Chapter." We got a lot of great feet shots in that review. Truly thriving. True. But yeah, I'm trying to remember like what their dynamic was, like, because they were like kind of mad at each other at first. Basically,
Saki wants Matsuri to properly respect her.
Oh, yeah, because Matsuri was like, fuck you. Even though she's like super young, she's like, I guess that is what it is, right? Because Matsuri's one of the youngest. I always forget about that. And she was like, also, while being one of the youngest, one of the most resistant to the idea of like, ooh, woo, senpai, right?
Yeah, so there's Saki's constantly trying to put her in her place.
So Saki has the dynamic with Matsuri that Boa Hancock has with Luffy, essentially. It's the I desperately want what I can't have, and that makes it more alluring to me, I would assume.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, because like, you know, Kurumi and other similarly aged characters like, well, fine, I'll senpai you or whatever. But yeah, Matsuri is definitely, he's like you daft sod, you daft cunt.
She's got the resilience of a Brit.
Yeah, from the fucking I don't know enough British politics to properly make a reference, but
gotta bring in Lasher Luke. Okay.
Yeah, insert politics joke here.
Can Lasher Luke be our British expert, like, instead of a girl expert? He should just be Matsuri's expert. Like, fuck you. I don't care what girl you like. Just simply because you're British, I'm just cornholing you into
the expert of a girl that you hate.
Well, you could theoretically hate a girl so much that you are the expert. Like, you basically made it your job to be a 100% hater, like a full-time
professional hater.
I feel like I'm kind of that. For a while, I was kind of that with Sue, but my hatred is dulling, unfortunately.
She has less hateable things.
Well, she's just getting better. I have to be honest and real about that. You know, it all started when she didn't kill herself at the theme park. I was really impressed. I really was.
Like, you know what? Maybe I had you wrong. Maybe I had you wrong this whole time. You know.
Yeah,
I really thought you were gonna commit accidental suicide. Turns out, you proved me wrong. You really did.
Oh, she died the way she lived. Oh my!
Pursuing numbers.
Yeah, for facts. No, I mean, there's a clear line from saltwater drinking Sue to not killing herself Sue, where there was some changes, some neurons, some new neural pathways.
I guess Akko has been helping her see numbers in like things like count like how much food they eat today. Like,
that's so good.
See, like, yeah, like how much are you sharing between what you want and what the other person wants? Think of it as like a number, Sue. And he's like, you know what? Okay, I guess
That's
that makes it more interesting.
that's fucking genius, bro. That's
Yeah, the
actually like such
Akko
a
is like
good
her
way.
fucking like
Yeah.
her handler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Akko has the patience to deal with like the most autistic child, so it's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, that's actually so good. I love that idea. Okay, how is she doing? How is she getting so good at like staring longly into Rentero's eyes, even though it's not a number? She's counting like the dimples he has. You know what I
She's
mean?
realizing the iris looks kind of like a zero.
Oh, bro. You've seen The Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Like the scene at the end when Neo is like he sees the code and it's just all like green
Mhm.
ones and zeros. That's how she sees the world, bro.
Yeah, that's why like everything looks so weird to her. But then now she's beginning to segment things like a image recognition AI. She's beginning to segment the world
Oh
into
God!
shapes and colors.
Wow, that's beautiful. And it's funny you say AI because we have a Nano Sue interaction
Yeah.
today. You see that seamless
Or
fucking
more like
segue?
more like Sue takes Nano's toy from her.
That was fucked up.
Yeah,
And
but
Nano didn't even
Nano's
fight back.
she's an iPad kid.
Help me out. What page is that? Because I'm struggling to find it.
That is
Never mind.
14
I
to
found
15.
it.
Oh yeah.
I
It was like
said that.
random.
I clicked a
British
random page
document.
and went right there.
All right, yeah. When the number chances were on our side,
Yeah. Wow, yeah. So, Red's a dumbass, I guess. I didn't realize that I had such little space on my computer.
Once again, this is our call to action. So, whenever we're streaming, maybe we toss some of that pocket change, our way so that Red can get an updated laptop, for
I should start actually, because the only way that that's going to go towards a laptop is like if I make like a jar of and
Yeah.
all the money I make from streaming, I like put in the jar. You know what I mean? Like that's what I need to do, because otherwise it's just going to go to like bills and shit.
I mean, there's a lot of decent cheap. I mean, nowadays, well, I mean, I guess that might change with the tariff situation, but a lot of decent laptops you can get for around $300 to $400, which is, I mean,
Well, that's what
that's
this
not
one was.
nothing.
Yeah, I wonder if
No.
maybe I
Well,
just
I mean,
need to
granted,
like I don't know,
because when did you buy that again? What year did you buy that again?
2019, 2020 in that range.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense that it might be getting a little
Yeah, it's
on
getting
the
crusty.
yeah, getting rusty.
I'm gonna bring this laptop when we meet up, and we're gonna take a moment to sit in the corner, like
Mm-hmm.
sit in the cafe of the aquarium, and like you're probably gonna open the settings and be like,
Yeah. Like, oh my lord. Or like why is there so much like dust on the keyboard or whatever?
I think I'm okay at that, and then, but now that you've mentioned
Oh,
it,
yeah.
I'm gonna make sure to deep clean it before I bring it. No, it's
Yeah.
always this clean. Okay, so we were talking about Nano. In fact, I'm gonna just headcanon that Nano Sue slapping the phone is what crashed the recording there. I think it was her.
Yeah. She hit the wrong button and just, but yeah, I mean, she's just doing. I mean, I remember as a kid, playing with the calculator, trying to get the big numbers, being like, oh my god, like it's a number I don't even know the name of, but I don't know. I think I
A
think
million and
one.
one.
Yeah. Or like just hitting like the one button to see how like I'm gonna make the number. Is there a cookie clicker before?
Oh yes.
That was a thing.
I would try to get it to like how do I make the calculator break, right? Like what's the biggest number
Yeah.
it can handle plus one, or like that the meme
I'm a
where it was
rebel.
like if you divide by zero or something, it'll break the universe or whatever. And I'd be like, I'm gonna break the simulation.
Yeah, and it looks like we actually can kind of see what Sue's doing here. We can see numbers.
Oh
like
yeah, you
1,
know what?
2,
Let me
9,
flip
4,
my little
5.
head here. 1, 2. I think she's literally just typing them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, I thought it was 9, but yeah. That's what she's doing. She's being Sue. I mean,
I found another toy at Walmart today that I knew Sue would like. It was like a fake just literally what she's doing, except like a fake phone. And when you push the buttons, it was like 1, 2,
Oh my lord.
3.
Yeah, I love that accent. I guess the baby speak accent.
God, it's I think we should abolish that. I am one of my
Yeah,
biggest.
they are there are studies that
Yeah.
or at least ideas that it damages children's
Mm-hmm.
ability to learn language or whatever. But
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean, if I've learned anything from my almost 31 years of life, it's that almost always correct about everything. I'm just kidding. If I have a hatred of something, give it a couple seconds, and it'll be proven. It'll be validated. Do you remember when? Did you see Markiplier? What was the? It was. What was it? What was the program that would give you like honey? Did you see the honey drama?
Oh yes, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Markiplier.
I never wanted anything to do with that shit.
Yeah, even before any of the drama came out, Markiplier had like a feeling, like a funny feeling. He was like, I don't know. Like there's videos of him from like 2 years ago, like something just feels sus about it. How are they making money? There's got to be some racket going on. And then boom.
Yeah.
That's me with Sue.
And now the latest YouTube sponsorship, perhaps racket is what is it, like a
crypto
neutral news or something like that?
Oh, I've never
like
heard of that.
You hear a lot in like the video essay space.
Oh,
like,
I have heard of that actually. Yeah.
It's like if you want your news to be neutral or not.
Yeah,
neutral,
totally.
Like,
yeah, like basically like it filters all the opinions and it just gives you the straight what it is type shit. But every time someone advertises something like that, it ends up being right wing. Right? Everything.
Yeah.
Well, what? There's got to be more to talk about here.
Well, we got Sue going, buh. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, that's so Sue coded. Even as a baby, she's completely. If it's not numbers, she doesn't give a fuck. But
that is going to be one of the stickers on our Discord.
Just buh.
Speaking of that, maybe at the end of this review, we could look through some of those.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, we haven't mentioned it, but I mean, Iku is being Iku.
Yeah, Go. You say your thing first, but I'm not a fan.
Just never change Iku. Never change.
I'm actually not a fan. It's too much. Yeah. I don't like it.
It's kind of like. It's like, I mean, I don't know. This is getting that territory where it's like, okay, these people have more than just their gimmick.
Yes, I agree. It felt a touch Flandery, but we go back and forth, right? Because we also have, like I said, like we have Karane not being tsundere in this. We have there's other examples, surely. Of
it's like a fucking like if one character if X amount of characters get non-Flanderized, and someone else has to take the Flanderization for that chapter, like it cannot be fully unflanderized.
Oh yeah, I mean it's almost an inevitability with a series like this. So the fact that he's been able to resist it as he has been impressive. But I don't know, man. It's funny. But it is a little weird. But again, this is just like the Japanese humor, right? Because I mean, like I think to like OG Dragon Ball, they like their they like their babies doing weird shit, right? I mean, that's like right? Am I stereotyping too hard?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, either way I can see it, but moving on to less.
Well, no, hold on. Why am I making you uncomfortable? Why?
No. I don't have much else to say, I guess.
I see. Well, I guess what I'll say is I can't imagine an American show with a baby catching a baseball with her ass, right?
I mean, it'd be grosser is how it would turn out. That's how they would kind of get around it by just making it unappealing. I mean, we've all seen the YouTube videos about how why is Western animation so goddamn ugly compared to Asian or Japanese animation or whatever. But but I do feel like that does kind of allow them to get away with some things that might be considered stuff like this. Like, I mean,
well, I think they're going for like cute over. It's not sexualized. I'm not. It's not sexualized or anything. It's just more.
Sometimes people will see that like the cuteness or like like because if you make it like gross, then that kind of removes any potential for like reading into like it's supposed to be appealing to certain like. But I don't know, maybe.
No, yeah, I mean to me it mostly is just like I like Iku a lot as a character, but like if we were doing
my main issue is just like please
play
a
sport.
I feel like like at least have her start with like trying to catch the ball and throw it, and then make the butt thing more like a natural thing rather than just automatic. I mean, this girl's become she's training herself to like everything that comes towards her is like okay, butt first. Like
I mean, that is definitely what's happening. Like on a scientific neurological level, this has become like a reflex, right? Like when the electricity is down, but you still like flip the switch when you walk into the room. You know, like it really is a reflex to her, down to when she's literally a baby. It's still there, right? But yeah, I mean, like, this would have been so much better for Iku's character if we had maybe like 2 more panels where we see like a cute moment where she rolls the ball and Iku's like trying, like, I don't know, like instead of like just catching it, or just catching it like normal, like we could have the pain thing be like, you know, she's like jumps from a high place to catch it and like skids on the floor, and she's got like a little bit of like a rug burn, and she's like, yeah, you know what I mean? You could have such cute little moments with her that like accentuated her love of like getting down dirty and in pain a little bit without it instantly going to the butt thing, right? Like that. That is a little lazy to me.
I mean, I guess the only thing that might, quote unquote, save is that, I mean, this is kind of a progression of her getting the crow beat up her ass. Because, like, I mean, previously it was more like getting her ass cheeks hit, but it does seem to become, it seems to have been sort of progressing to being a little more
I don't like that progression happening while she's a baby.
When she's a baby. It's like okay, Nakamura, I see what you may be doing here, but like consider the time and place, you know.
The progression of Iku enjoying whole stimulation, but unfortunately she's currently a baby.
I guess so. I guess Freud he's having a field day in the grave. You know, he's going through the anal stage, and it's none of us want to see that.
Yikes. Yeah, no, I'll just save us all by just returning to what I was saying earlier. It just would have been nice to...
Yeah.
I would have loved, like, a cute moment where she's, like... Maybe she rolls her the ball and she catches it, but then there's Iku has, like, a little disappointed face, like, that was too easy. And then Hahari's like, oh, that was too easy, right? And then she, like... does a little bit of a harder throw, and then like still too easy, and then it's like, all right, fine, and she like whips it, and then baby Iku just like fucking skids on the floor, like, she catch it, like that would have been funny, right? Like I don't know, the thing about a review is that you got to be honest, all right? And like, this is a great chapter, but you know, I feel like Iku's been let down a little bit recently. I also didn't like the sea lion thing. He's becoming
standardized. Like Sue was rising up, and poor
isn't
Iku,
that crazy?
He might be, you know, it's balanced, maybe not perfectly. It's balanced here.
There's only much like money, it's a zero-sum game.
Yes.
There's only I think I'm using that phrase right. I don't want to be just, okay.
Yeah. When one thing goes up, the other thing has to go down.
Yeah. The flanderization and reverse flanderization is there's not infinite reverse flanderization. Yeah. He has to pass it between the girls, you know.
Yeah, they're passing the brain cell amongst each other. And the more girlfriends there are, the less brain cell there is to pass around.
I really hope that's not true. I want to believe. It's got a scale.
Yes, I will have faith in Nakamura's riding ability.
But yeah, I do like, just to kind of cap that off. I also didn't really like the sea lion thing from the aquarium chapter. It didn't
that did feel a little bit like what's Iku's thing gonna be for this chapter? Oh, I know, it's make her a sea lion, I guess.
Well, it almost feels I think there's another good example, like, okay, like the way that Peter Griffin or Homer Simpson got flanderized, right, where like they started out like a little dumb, but like they're still like a human being, and they have a heart and empathy and emotion, and then they end up just being like fucking idiots, like just like haha, point and laugh at the idiot, right? It's starting to feel a little bit sometimes with Iku like she's like the punching bag, and of course she would like being the punching bag, I guess that's the joke, right? But like, you know, it's starting to feel like we parade Iku out on a stick, and it's like, oh, what an idiot, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, come on, man.
How horny, look at how horny she is.
Yeah, so that's all. I just she could use a chapter where she's being a human being for a little bit.
She hits the ball with a bat.
Please, please, Nakamura.
Prove that she still knows how to do that.
Yeah,
what physically capable.
The next chapter with her is like okay, I got it. Her baseball team comes back, and she's like, "Fuck yeah! Finally, I'm so excited to get back into the baseball season starting again because an undescripted amount of time has passed."
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Fuck yeah!" And then they go to, you know, like she's like getting back into the baseball swing of things, and then she realizes like, "Oh shit! Every time a ball comes at me, I swing my ass around. I can't be doing that in a public game." And it could literally be
Fowler.
Good.
He's like, yeah, you know, they're pitching the thing, and instead of hitting it, instead of knocking out of the park with a bat. She knocks out of the park with her ass, and like, well, I mean, you managed to hit the ball out of the park, but it's with your ass, so foul.
I don't
doesn't
think that's
count.
regulation. I don't think that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, well, no one ever said a dog can't play basketball, and it's like no one ever said. And
No one ever said an ass couldn't hit a home run.
Yeah.
No, I could even see, like, I would love like a line of dialogue from her where she's like, I actually got so comfortable with my little thing that I have. You know, like basically being with the family made me so comfortable that I forgot how to hide it.
Yep.
And she has to like go back into public and like remember how to play baseball like a normal human. And I would also love like a reaffirmation that she genuinely just does love playing baseball and it's not just about the pain, right?
Yes. That'd be nice.
Oh man. Well, see, I'm glad we stuck on that because that was a very good conversation about Iku's character. And see, we've talked about the idea of the stocks stream where we discuss, you know, how the girls are raising or lowering any given month. Like Iku would be kind of on the downswing recently, I think. You know what I mean? Like not detrimental, not Trump tariff level, but like, you know,
Just normal amounts of It's a bit of a bear market in the Iku stocks, you know. So.
Yeah. A bear market, like she wishes her ass was bare. There's a better pun there somewhere, but
yeah, like a bear ass market.
Yeah, we'll call it a bare ass market. Yeah. And you know, if this market gets punished anymore, it's gonna be a red ass. It's gonna be tomato red ass.
Yeah. Speaking of America things.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. This is one of my favorites.
I actually didn't even recognize it for a second. I was like, it's
normally
he's a blondie.
I actually like that detail because me too. At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like it was literally just because she said America. I was like, "It has to be Natty." Because at first I was like, "Who is this?" But the detail of like remembering that her hair would be that color is very good. I'm really happy that they remember that and don't just make her the blonde hair dye sticks. Which, by the way, now that I think about it, does imply that the medicine isn't merely shaping their bodies, but rather like teleporting them back in time.
I mean, if that was the case, well, then Iku wouldn't be like this. She'd become like this until she was a little. I mean, it's weird. Like,
explain to me how the hair would change.
But then Meru. I mean, we see Meru over on.
Yes,
page
I wanted
9.
to ask about her eyes. Is the light within them?
I mean, maybe it's a reflection from.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
But I mean, it looks like it's you know, like we saw in the latest chapter of Volume Extras, you know, where she's like. This is before she's hit despair. It's like, this part of it, like what the fuck is happening? Like, how is this baby making drug working? Like, is it just transporting them back in time? I mean, if that's the case, then why?
It can't.
Why is Iku have her? Yeah.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's the case. Why is Iku have her? You know, masochism thing? But then if it isn't like that, then how is Natty's hair? Dye gone, you know, like
Nakamura needs to start doing Oda style SBSs, like ask me anything questions, and like that's the kind of question I'd love to see him answer, and I want him to answer it like Oda does, where instead of just being real and being like, oh yeah, you know, it's just a silly gag manga, don't think about it. Where Oda, whenever he answers a question about a plot contrivance, he comes up with some shit. Like, there was a famous one in like the beginning where someone like you know those like swinging doors on like a tavern, you know, like those like you know what I'm talking about, like the old west swinging doors
kind of thing. Yeah.
So like a guy like comes into a tavern so hard that he like knocks it on the ground and like breaks it. And then in the next shot, the in the background, the doors are fine. Like they're back up there, right? So someone obviously just made a background and didn't think about it. But when someone asked Oda, he came up with a whole character. He like drew this like carpenter man, and he was like, no, actually what happened was there was this like famous carpenter who just loves fixing shit, and he saw that it was broken, and in the blink of an eye, he fixed it with it before anyone could thank him. He was gone. That's the kind of shit.
He ate the carpenter fruit.
Exactly. So like, I would love Nakamura to answer questions in that style. Like, give me the lore on how this baby drug works.
That's how he would answer that shit.
Fuck yeah, man. Is there anything else? Oh, I mean, you know, minstrel heads, fucking me heads, minstrel fans rise up.
Yeah, he gets a fucking diamond ring. It's as big as her like arm.
Knowing Hahari, this is a real diamond that she's like some.
It's the hope diamond, the cursed hope diamond.
some mined off out of like some child slave mine that she bought it from.
My God. Yeah. Those children were so cute when they were mining this diamond.
Hahari like standing up there with like the menacing lighting, but like also drooling.
Oh my lord, yeah, that'd be the dark Hahari when we have like the evil chapter where all the girlfriends become evil. That'd be Hahari.
Ooh, I like that idea. Like,
That would actually be real cool.
Yeah, that's
evil Kusri be like.
Well, the question would be like, because there was a meme for a while where it was like,
yeah,
I'm trying to think, evil
like
Jack,
evil Martin Luther King be like, I had a nightmare.
Exactly, yeah.
Evil Meru be like hope or something.
Bro, I was
like
about to say, evil Jack Black be like Tenacious B.
Wait,
that was funny.
What? Wait,
Damn it! Okay, you know he has a band called Tenacious D, right?
Oh yeah. I think it's like something like Jack White or something like that. Like,
that's
what's the
funny
opposite
too.
of Jack?
That's also a real guy, by the way. Jack White. He opened at the Bernie Sanders rally I went to in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
He what's the song? What's his famous song? I don't know. Either later. Well, yes, I would like a chapter where we get evil versions of the girlfriends, but they're just kind of like opposite. Like it's like the opposite drug, right? So
evil Rin be like, oh, I can't stand blood.
Yeah, like
Evil Mai be like, I'm so skilled.
I'm so competent
I hate my
and
sister.
really heterosexual and only like men.
That's actually really funny.
Yo, and then
So,
Yaku would be like a
comments
tech
get to it.
genius.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna say?
Oh, is it like comments get to it? Make all the evil, make all your personal evil sonas of the girlfriends.
Dude, evil Uto would be like, this ocarina bard stuff is silly. I need to go and like get a job as like an accountant.
Evil Sue would be like numbers.
No.
I'm all about letters.
I was just gonna say letters. Yeah. Y'all, evil Sue be like, have you guys heard of this crazy thing, the alphabet? Fucking dude, the alphabet is rocking my mind right now. I'm so into this.
Oh god, evil Rentaro would be actually evil though.
Oh, evil Rentaro. Finally, we get Andrew Tate Rentaro. Like he shaves his head completely bald, and he gets really into like protein powder and like hunting.
Oh my lord, yeah.
Please give me
Like
Republic.
about women, like your purpose in life is to be sucking on my dick.
Please. Some of Hahari would kind of like be into that weirdly. Like she wouldn't want it permanently. It would be like for a one night moment where like, oh, to degrade me, like that's kind of hot. But then then like a day would the post like nut clarity would hit Hahari and be like, oh, I kind of miss how sweet he was.
Actually, it's funny because we have gotten quote unquote evil Karane when we just saw her.
Yeah.
Season 2 of the anime. But yeah, evil Karane be like, it is like I like you or something, Baka or boyfriend.
It is like I like you, genius.
Honey, I guess.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh my god, evil Akko is like super fluent and speaks really fast.
Yes. He's too fast for like you guys are too slow. Like you need to step it up. We have a show to get. We have a like a nail thing to get to at 1, and then we're gonna do our hair at 3.
Ooh. Fucking this is a super like obscure background character in One Piece, but there's a character called Miss Merry Christmas. There was an organization that Crocodile, the sand guy, ran, and all of the subordinates were named after like holidays. There was also the male subordinates were named after numbers, the female subordinates were named after holidays. I don't know why. Weird structure. But Miss Merry Christmas was like this old lady who talked really fast, like come on, you're too slow, let's go, come on.
Yeah.
And then her partner was like this guy who was the exact opposite. He was like, okay, I'm on my way. And she's like, hurry the fuck up, come on, let's go. Classic Oda humor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not content with exaggerating their physical traits, he exaggerates their personalities too.
That's what he does. Yep. Fucking ass.
Actually, but that would be I have to say evil Natty would be crazy. She'd be like, communism is the best. Is the best.
Oh my god, everything America is for,
Yeah.
she's against. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she even kind of looks like she has those Russia style hats.
Dude, Russian Natty would be fucking. First of all, we need like a hot like Dami Russian girlfriend for Rentaro. Holy shit.
I mean, we did see back in the manga thing of the hair apocalypse that we did get to see someone I think from like the Russia from. I mean, they had a whole like a turnip style buildings. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's an appropriate way of referring to that style of architecture, but the buildings that have the onion shaped tops.
Yes, I have no idea how to refer to those either.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually a very dense chapter. There's still so much we haven't talked about. We have Hasu, she wanted the sniffies, and I can attest, getting your nose right in the cleavage, and like, it doesn't really smell different from any other part of the woman body, but like, it's mostly the knowledge, like, that's where you are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're motorboating, her and Momiji. Yes, evil Momiji. That'd be interesting. I can't think of one off the top.
Fuck yeah! How do you reverse liking to grope things other than just not
like
liking to grope?
Like she does the opposite of a massage. Like she makes you feel worse after the massage. I guess would be.
How would she?
Like she makes your muscles all tense.
She does acupuncture. That's actually so perfect because acupuncture, like needles, are like the opposite, like the last thing you'd want to like it's like the complete opposite of like a nice squishy thing. She would do like fucking horrible, shitty acupuncture.
Damn. All the acupuncture heads in the comments are gonna be like,
I'm not saying. Hold on, clarifying. I'm not calling all acupuncture shitty. I'm saying she would do acupuncture shittily. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess it depends on, because I mean, she could do it well. It'd just be like it does. She's I don't know. It depends on what we mirror, I guess.
Nap time, Tama and Nemu, which right after learning that they find little nap spots together, so that's very cute.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's another little girlfriend.
That's a great pairing. Has Temu? Temu. Wow,
that's
their ship name. Temu. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Ship names. Yep.
Bro, ship name, also a drop shipping name. Like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. Their ship name is the fucking shitty little place to get shitty little cheap Chinese things, which won't be cheap anymore.
Yeah. They're now perhaps going to be tariffed out of existence.
All of our non-American fans is like,
they're like,
what are you talking about? We're in hell! Save us!
Country on Earth that has not been tariffed in the past week. So I think unless they're like Hisoka, and there's like I don't follow news at all.
Excellent call.
I only watch 100 Girlfriends. Anyway, that's how I get my news.
When 100 Girlfriends references a world event, that's only then do I know about it.
All these YouTubers are getting sponsored by that weird news thing. Fuck no, I don't need that. I got 100 Girlfriends content creators to give me the latest in American news.
Yeah, you know what? I should start a segment where I pull up CNN and I just see what the first article is.
And just try. How do we relate this back to what?
Yeah. Let me see what we got here. I hope it's not something horribly sad. Oh, okay. It's about that guy that they fucking mistakenly deported and
which is horribly sad.
Yeah. Trump's chilling message to dissenters. Don't.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great, yeah.
Don't or else.
Very Trumpian, I guess.
Wow. That's scary. Guys, we should stop talking about him. I feel like we're getting a little close to like, so I was watching Red and Rouse's 100 Girlfriends review.
To be fair, if that happened to me, I would actually kind of have it as a badge of honor. Like, it's like, bro, like our content is like so big. The fucking president of the United States watches it, even though he's a piece of shit. That's something.
The bigger news there would be that Trump reads 100 Girlfriends.
Yeah. That would be even. It's like, how are you watching the series and you're still such a piece of shit?
Just like, I mean, if Chibi can do it,
Yeah. I mean, he's not on that level. He's just. I mean, that man is living his best life. It's just. He's a little annoying.
Chibi's just.
I know.
Well, he's also very. He's like, it's pretty clear.
He's a little smarmy about it,
and he's right wing. So I mean, like, we're allowed to not like him. All right. Them sliding. Oh yeah, fucking her like dragging Tama's unconscious body to the slide is excellent. I'd be remiss as the Uto fan. Oh, her little outfit is so fucking cute. And she's playing her whittle instrument.
Yeah.
And then I also
saw a meme. I actually saw a meme with a shot of they cropped this like he was taking the biggest bong hit.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe Uto,
If
taking
any
some
girl
actual
would,
drugs.
oh my god, yeah, that's something I've
Yeah.
never considered about Uto, but Uto would absolutely fuck it. Like once she's pretty young, she's still in middle school, but like once she discovers, she looks like she'd be like a stoner girl. She's got stoner girl energy,
Yeah,
hardcore.
the stoner thoughts that she would have, they'd probably be like actually insightful and
When she's high,
not
she
just
becomes evil
sophistry.
Uto.
Yeah, evil Uto be like says some actually insightful shit.
Yeah, when she's high, it's like actually deep. It's like, you ever think about how like we're just one little speck in the grand scheme of a huge universe that's still expanding.
Yeah.
It's
Like, have you ever like looked at your hand and it's been like so weird? Like this is my hand.
and I'm like moving it, and I think about moving it, and then it moves, but there's like no delay.
Is it moving me or am I moving it?
You know what, Uto, you're moving me with your words right now.
Yes.
I love her. I love her so much. Little fucking
And then
and then of course we have our girl
abnormal
Himika.
baby, being that quote unquote abnormal.
I like that it's not
you
just
you, girl.
it's she didn't want praise for singing. She wanted to be like, you're such a fucking weirdo, and like, yes. Which isn't even that weird, by the way. Like, plenty of babies try singing. I guess the idea is like she's probably like good at it, even though she's like an infant. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
So look at this baby. I honestly, I'm
What an
starting to get
abnormally lovely performance, Uta or Himika. Yeah.
yeah, I'm starting to get a vibe for maybe how much of her backstory do we know?
I mean, I think actually he was weirdly enough, he was one of the girlfriends where in her extra backstory we actually didn't see her as a baby. We only saw her as like recently. I mean, not even early. I don't even think it was early in her career. It's just at some nondescript time in her songster's career where she was like, trying to be abnormal, and she was like, oh, I can't be too abnormal. I can't be actually abnormal because then that would be like that would hurt my audience's experience of the thing. So I have to be fake abnormal.
Yeah, if I do what like Guar does and like spray the audience with deer blood, that might be a little intense.
If I eat a bat head like that one.
Did you forget his name? Did you forget his name?
Yes.
I may have as
mean
well.
to the bat.
What? Oh, God, what was his name?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I had it. It's the guy from Kiss, right? Or no, it's not. Is it the guy who like can't talk, but then when he sings,
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, guys. We're not normie music heads, okay?
Yeah, we're youngsters. Ozzy Osbourne is for the old heads. We're even though we make we joke about how since most of you guys are like in your early 20s, whatever, we joke about how you're fetuses, but we are in our own way, fetuses as well. Just like the girlfriends in this chapter.
It felt like just like yesterday, where we felt like the young ones, like we were growing up and like the stuff from the 80s, that's crazy. And now like that's how you guys feel about like the late 90s, and it's like
yeah, or even for some of you, fucking the aughts, like the early aughts.
9/11. I was talking to someone who I work with who's 18, and I asked them, I was like, so for you, is it like is learning about like 9/11 and World War II like the same thing? Because they both happened like before you were born. And she said like the only difference is that I know that my parents were alive for one of them, and that's strange to think about. And I was like, I mean, it's just like us, right? Like thinking about how my parents were alive for like the Cuban Missile Crisis and shit.
Yeah, or like the dissolution of the Soviet Union or whatever.
For me, it's like my dad was born. What year, Alexa? What year was the Civil Rights Act passed?
Damn.
64?
I mean, yeah, my dad was also pretty old. He was one of the first people to be, like during desegregation. He's one of those unlucky bastards. We had to be like the first black kid in the all white school.
Oh, really? Shit. Wow. They were fucking using the military back then to make sure people didn't fucking. God, what a crazy time. And that's not even that fucking long ago. It blows my mind when I think about it. But yeah, my dad was born in 1954. They had me very old. Like my dad was like in his mid 30s or something, and my mom, I mean, he might even been approaching 40. I'm not gonna do the math because like who the fuck wants to do math? I know my mom was in her 30s when she had me.
Yeah, similar times for me. Like dad, like old as hell when he had me and my brother.
Yeah. So I mean, like this. No wonder my dad is like so casually racist. It's unfortunate, It
was a different time.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else to go over here? I'm just scrolling.
I definitely want to talk about Hahari. I mean, there's a climax of this
Oh yes, we haven't even talked.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
let me just make sure I'm not close to running out of space again. I had 17 gigabytes. I assume that's enough for a little bit.
Should be, unless we record for the next like 24 hours. It should be good.
All right.
I just love this facial expression that Hahari has on page 16, where like the fucking building is collapsing. She's acting like it's just like a minor annoyance, like,
Ow.
like rude building, like you're falling apart. You're like,
honestly, are you talking about her little face where she's like, "Owie"? Oh, I see what you mean. The one above it. The one above it. Yeah, she's like, this is bullshit. This is supposed to be my stress-free day. This is supposed to be my day.
Yeah, but the owie, the 2 coma owie is also very.
I really
very
like
funny.
that. She's really in her bliss right now. She's just like, I don't care that's a big rock. That's like almost the size of Rentero's baby head. That probably hurts.
I mean, lucky for her, she's not gonna lose anything if she gets hit in the head too hard. It's all baby, 99% baby.
Yeah, we need to see her brain graph.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 99% baby, and like 1% like decency.
Yeah, I was really happy for you, Rios, because you are a big fan of the Sirius Group, and we have yet another product from the Sirius Group.
Oh wait, was it?
Did you miss it?
I didn't. I mean, I thought it was just. Well, I mean, I thought it was some Hahari.
No. She says it's the Sirius airbags.
Yeah.
I don't think that's just an adjective. She says it's. I don't know
Normally
where.
Normally they do mention if it is Sirius Group. But I guess the only person who could do it was Hahari. Maybe she just didn't feel it was appropriate to mention.
Hold on a second. Keep talking for a second. I'm getting a call, but I'm just texting them that I need to call them later.
Yeah, it does say that on page 4 in the the second bubble. She's like, especially these made-to-order baby clothes are fitted with serious airbags that'll activate even at the slightest hint of danger.
Yes. So what do you think? I mean, I interpreted that as Sirius Group airbags. I mean, look at how serious they are.
I mean, yeah, I guess if they deploy that, if they somehow deploy that quickly at like, I won't, because Rentaro, for it to deploy, he must have hit the falling piece of debris, but then it deployed so fast it basically destroyed it and I guess protected him.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely Sirius Group airbags. I mean, like these are just spelling debris of a house off of her. I mean, look, it's like a perfect like
explosion, like
yeah. And this is full. Like, imagine they made an adult version of these. Like, you'd be Bubble Boy up in here.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing can hurt me now. Like, my agoraphobia. Well, I guess I'm safe now because I can bring my home wherever I go, whenever.
God, let's get married. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, and this is something I thought about too in this moment was Rentaro got to relive the famous flashback, but getting like accepted this time, which is kind of nice. That must be like therapeutic and healing for him.
He's healing his inner child,
Yeah. Getting tongued by an adult woman as a baby is very therapeutic and healing for a child.
Yes. Yeah, the child psychologists they're rolling in their non-graves, but we'll let them roll.
Well, actually, now that I think he got saved from the building collapsing, didn't he? He actually didn't get to get tongued yet.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad I mentioned that, rather. Something I did think that we should mention, or we need to discuss, is because there's a chance that maybe this isn't tonguing, right? I'm going back up here to page 6.
I mean, I think we...
Is it tonguing, or is it...
They've talked about it.
Big smooches.
They've talked about it. Like, I'm pretty sure, like when Hahari kisses, she uses tongue. It's tongue or nothing with this girl.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be crossing the line. Just a little lip kiss, right? I mean, I guess parents do that. Just a little, right? So yeah,
a little peck on the lips.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be weird. That'd be normal, but no.
Okay.
I mean, if Himiko wants to be abnormal, he just look at Hahari and knowing Himiko, she'd probably be like, okay, actually, that's too abnormal for my blood. I don't want to be sent to prison,
Speaking of abnormal, have you seen the new Kanye West album that's going to come out?
I think I've seen bits of it, yeah.
Tweeted out what the tracks are called. Have you seen them?
Oh.
I need to send this to you. I need you to react to this live.
Okay.
This is real, by the way. It's so fucking funny. I hope I can find it. Yeah, one of them is World War III. That's exciting.
Okay, buddy. Just kind of wish cast some shit we really don't need into existence.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. No, that's not even the one. This is like, where the fuck is it? You talk for a second. I have to find this. I'm sorry.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, Kanye West album or whatever.
It was like a tweet that he did. Here we go. 2 months ago. I don't. Dylan posted it. If you don't find it's too good. I'm sorry. It's too fucking funny.
Album titles, perhaps?
Yeah, but it's like a tweet he did. I don't know if you can find that specific. I found it!
All right.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you. Now, obviously, you can't really say any of these. But I just, say what you can, I guess. Here it comes. I don't even know if I should show it. Like the words on the screen.
Okay. Okay.
I suppose I should to give like people a visual, whatever.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Kanye specials. Slavery is a choice. Yeah, very very Kanye coded. Nitrous Addict is that's not as
there's a couple normal ones.
Yeah.
Yitler. Yadolf.
With the yen. Why the yen symbol?
Bro. This is Kiki's next album, bro.
Oh no, please no.
Oh my god. I hope that on the disc they actually do have like the ones like that to like get around, but I don't know. God. Wow. What was I going to say? I had something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the other thing that Dylan told me, because Dylan, my buddy Dylan, he used to really like Kanye's music. Like, he actually was a big Kanye fan. And he's also Jewish, so it's, like, super hard for him. And
that must have been rough.
Yeah, so he's like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
But Kanye West tweeted out, before he dropped that track list, he said, yo, this new album has that anti-Semitic flow. I think it was either that or that anti-Semitic sound. And like Dylan and I were like, what does that mean?
This man he's gone off the deep end.
Well, he's so obviously just trying to get attention, right? It's clearly just like an attention thing.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just
it's just fun to make fun of him. I just wanted to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Fuck. God, that anti-Semitic flow. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, anyway, so they all save her life, and it's a very beautiful moment. And the tits come out.
She flashes them once again.
Wow. Yeah, like, and this shot, we need to really talk about this shot where we're Paige.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
19, right?
Let me go back to full screen after looking at cut. Page 19 is nuts.
Eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh, my God.
Well, this is probably something that no one else cares about. They're just thinking booba. But, like, my first thought was, like, only Hasu and... Oh, God, I'm forgetting names now that they're babies. It's changing my brain chemistry. The one that... The extrovert girl.
Usa, Chan.
Yeah. Only Hasu and Usa are have any possibility of getting milk here. Like they're on the nippies. Like the rest of them aren't getting no milk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, unless Hahari's got like
tri nipples,
cow udders, or multiple nipples or whatever.
Luckily I made her the gives you cow udders drug. Yeah. Pretty inefficient human breasts. You can only feed two babies at once. Like, what if you have 31 babies you have to fucking breastfeed all at once,
You gotta feed a village,
Like, this is Hahari's dream. Like, she probably wishes she had like 16 titties right now, so she could just sit there and give life-bringing milk to all these lovely children.
Yeah. And then and then we have the fucking cadre of maids on standby, being like, "Oh my god, we gotta give her a blood
We had the blood
transfusion."
ready, and she actually didn't nosebleed at all.
She just drool
She actually
bled,
powered
I guess.
through. Is that character
Yeah.
development?
I'll I, I'll say yes.
For her.
Yes.
Now, and I want you to know, there is the narrator is doing her no favors with this. Should she die, it will be underneath a baby.
I didn't see that. I did. Somehow I saw the preview, the next chapter preview.
Yeah, that
I
fucked me
missed
up
some.
a little bit. That fucked me up a little. That does not sound good.
Yeah, I'm trying to is there a way
Well,
to interpret that?
underneath is better than on top of a baby, I suppose.
I mean, you can imagine her being on top of it because she's like protecting it from like
Oh
falling
yeah,
rubble.
no.
After, but yeah, it's like
Fuck, man. But yeah, I mean, these babies are so hungry, and she's only got so many tits to go around, and I don't even think she lacked it. And she has the bottle, so like, is the idea that she's like letting them suck on the booba for like the stimuli, and then she like gives them the bottle?
I mean, perhaps. I mean, your guess is as good as
It
mine.
really is just the logistics are bothering me. I want her to know if she's really lactating.
I mean, honestly, I could give it out crazy. Everyone in this manga is giving out crazy. The writers and the artists are. I can see it. I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see like this. They're sprinkling like it's it's like a baby, water fountain or whatever.
Wow. Well, this was a great chapter. Do you have any extra thoughts?
I mean, this chapter had me asking questions such as, "Is Hahari the ultimate boy mom?" Which if you don't, for those of you who don't know, boy mom is a term I literally just learned about this Thursday. From
I have heard the term, male wife, husband, girl. I don't know. I've heard those before.
Yeah, every permutation of those terms is out there at this point. But yeah, I learned it from the feature length 2 hours 45-minute YouTube thing. Called why do mommy's boys become villains by a YouTuber by the name of the Authentic Observer. But anyway, it's basically a documentary describing the cause of mothers who develop what are essentially romantic relationships with their sons, and how that fucks the sons up, as well as the daughters who are in many of these cases just fucking thrown to the wayside. And I think.
So how often does this happen? It's a video going
mean,
over. Is that a common thing?
I mean, it's common enough, I guess, especially in the older generations where where relationships were much shittier, and it was more common for women to have to look to their sons for romantic fulfillment because their husbands were either at work or deadbeats or whatever. But yeah,
I guess I could see that being a problem. Right? It's like, oh, you remind me of your dad when he was young.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently, they're adage out there mothers love their sons but raise their daughters, and apparently this is shit that women when they were daughters would hear this shit growing up, and they just have to deal with that, and or women wives of the sons of these mothers having to deal with the bullshit. Being the mother who comes dressed in white to the wedding type shit, or any time there's some relationship drama, the son immediately goes to the mother, and the mother is takes their side in the relationship, and just the reason you married because you couldn't fuck your mom, sort of shit. And the sort of connecting thread of the video is basically explaining the Diddy situation, because apparently Diddy's mom was a huge enabler in that whole situation. The YouTuber creator or whatever, they describe a situation where apparently Diddy had just assaulted a woman, and then he calls his mother basically to have her basically harangue the woman into keeping silence. But
Goodness.
Okay,
what a tangent. What
okay,
interesting aside.
I don't know why I was thinking that we can make this
Yes.
quote unquote fun or entertaining. I don't know. I guess it's just because it was something interesting that I'd seen this week, and I was like,
that's really cool of
I was
that.
gonna bring it up.
No, I love it.
Obviously, Hahari is not. I mean, she's like we can make jokes about Hahari being like that, but I mean, she's not. Because like the opening tweet this person opens up is like I seen my son's penis today. I was in complete shock. Like, boy, put that big thing away.
Oh
Respect
my God.
your mother. Like, I think that's why. I think. Because but when
Yeah,
I say
great correlation.
these mothers treat their sons like their boyfriends. Sometimes it is
Yikes.
incredibly literal.
Hahari does perfectly embody that, I suppose.
Yes.
I
mean,
by the way, real quick,
mom,
Allie has walked out, and I just wanted to get her just because she's here. I just wanted to get her live, unfiltered reaction to the final shot of the chapter.
I mean, look at that.
Death.
Look at it.
Ugh, I hate that.
Should I show you anything, or do you not want to see it? Do you want to see
I'll
things?
get to it when I get to it.
All right, one more. Let me find. What's the best one? What should I show her, Rios? Pick.
I mean, I can't think of anything as.
I don't think that final shot is
that.
honestly as bad. I think the worst would be.
I mean, like as I don't know, like.
I mean,
there are other things like
she's the Hahari defender. I need to show her the Hahari part.
Oh. I mean, show her page 18.
Yeah, here you go. I'm showing her page 6.
Oh yeah.
The worst thing you could possibly see. She's reading.
Stop! Bro! Kill this woman.
Yeah.
So like the beginning of the chapter, she's like basically trapped them in like a saw room, and she's like, I promise guys I won't cross any lines, and then she drops the baby drug, and she just comes in, and she's like, for the most part she's just like playing with them, playing little houseies and shit, but then Hahari gets the brunt. I knew you.
Yeah, 5 pages later she crosses the line.
Alright, that's all I needed to show you. I won't show you anything else, but I just wanted to enrage you for clicks, for content.
Ruining my day.
I'll put in the parentheses, angry woman at this timestamp.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. We'll be done pretty soon here. All right. Rios, did you have any final thoughts after that amazing aside about how mothers sometimes want to fuck their sons?
Yes. I mean, I guess the only thing I have left to say is, people are saying, based on the pattern, that we might be getting a new girlfriend next chapter.
After the break?
So, yeah.
Really?
I'm presumably.
When
It might
Hasu show up?
Might be during the break. Yeah, she did show up about 9 chapters ago. Or rather, not about. Literally 9 exact chapters
Exactly
ago.
9? Then yeah, I mean, I think we probably... Wow, I didn't even... That felt quick. I didn't even realize.
I know, like, damn. It's like, Hasu showed up 2 months ago, so.
I'm so
February,
busy being concerned about an economic collapse,
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Like weeks feel like years, and years feel like weeks type energy.
Somehow both at the same time. Insane how long this review is, by the way, because we had it was like 45 minutes the first one, and then now this one is 50 minutes. So we're approaching the hour
2 hour,
and like a half to 2 hour mark. Yeah, I mean there was a lot. It was a dense one.
Surprisingly, or maybe not. I mean, I don't know. At this point, maybe I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like, 100 Girlfriends is just the content faucet kind of thing. It's like
The way he put some stank on that. Did you hear him say that? He said content. The content faucet. That was good.
Yep.
I like that.
I'm trying to rhyme because content faucet. They kind of have a
I see. Yeah.
similar thing, but yeah, I don't know if I stuck the landing there.
I liked it. It's fine. But yeah. If you, damn it, I'm thinking.
I don't know, if you want the content faucet to flow, consider
Ooh!
liking, commenting, and subscribing.
I'm doing that thing.
You want to flow like Hahari's titties, for milk and honey.
Cook. I'm snapping.
Yeah,
I'm doing that thing like we're in a book club and I'm snapping.
From our content teats to your viewer mouths or whatever.
True.
Just subscribe, like, comment.
You know how you have to I actually don't know if this is true. So I was gonna say like you have to like flick the nipple a little bit to get the milk going. Like that's what pushing
I
the
don't. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. I mean, maybe for some women, perhaps. I mean, I've heard.
There's no way it's just constantly ready. Like right?
Yeah.
I mean,
once it gets filled up enough, it does start leaking of its own accord. But it can also there's also the I forget the name of the reflex, but a woman hears the baby crying, and that will also activate lactation.
When you shake the titty like a ketchup bottle to get the fucking milk all mixed up.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, we don't want it to be too watery, It's like, no one wants watery milk.
Well, all the good milk sediments flow to the bottom of the titty. It's like high pulp orange juice.
Well, I mean, wait, there is such a thing as hind. They call it hind milk and fore milk. It's like what? Yeah, I think it's like the initial, like if it's been a while since a woman has like milked herself. I think like
oh shit,
the initial
creamiest milk.
Yeah, the initial milk is not as like isn't. I think it's usually more watery, and then the fore milk or the hind milk is like the second half of it or something.
Interesting.
Like that. Yeah, very like it's to a point where like people will literally be like the hind milk is like qualitatively different from the fore milk, and like like it's like
You see this, guys? You're learning so much. Like you're already better than most men in the sense that you know a little bit about how a woman's body works beyond just wanting to fuck them. Like you know how impressive that's gonna be when you're dating a girl and you're gonna be like, girl.
And you want to hear my trivia about hind milk and fore milk?
Yeah, I know about this because I'm such a progressive feminist. I really really care about the plights of the female body.
Yeah. As an artist, I want to understand everything there is to know, and I'm happy to learn about women's anatomy and men's too. I mean, there's things that you might not. I mean, do you know about the cremaster reflex, which is the reflex that makes our balls go up and down, and why sometimes if you've ever been on like a roller coaster or drive a bumpy hill, you might have felt your balls tingling. That's the cremaster reflex.
I feel
activating.
That's interesting. There are many...
that knowledge is making my cremaster reflex activate.
I get like a tingly taint sometimes when I think about things that like creep me out. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Probably. I mean, it makes sense. Pulling the balls out of the way of danger.
Oh my god, that is nuts. See, man,
nuts.
Oh, that's it. We're stopping. There's no better place.